Good morning, Buns Burgers Big Ideas. It is Riley in the studio, and they're letting me fly solo today. I do not have a co-host, but I do have a guest, a team member of ours. Brittany, welcome to the studio. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. You know, this podcast is for us and by us, and so we always welcome team members who want to hop on, share their story, talk about some leadership, because, I mean, we sell burgers and fries, Brittany, but it's people, right? So we're always here to talk about some good topics, and if you're interested as a team member and you want to join us, feel free to reach out to your general manager and let us know, because we'd love to have you.
Absolutely.
Cool. So today, Brittany is joining us, and real quick, Brittany, just kind of want to, what's your story? Like, what's your McDonald's story?
So McDonald's story. I started McDonald's when I was 16. First job. Started as a crew person over in Rockford on 11th Street.
Nice, okay.
Worked there for quite some time. Went through several positions. Started as a crew person. Quickly went to crew lead.
Crew lead. See, for me, it was crew trainer. Is that like the same thing?
Yeah, that's what we kind of called it back then, was like crew lead, crew trainer / and then was that for like 6 months. Soon as I, been there for about 8 months.
Okay.
Started the manager program. I started a little bit before I was 18.
Okay, cool.
Which was cool. Got the experience balancing that through high school. So that was fun.
Well, I'm sure, like, learning, did you have some friends that worked with you?
Yeah.
So, like, trying to figure out, like, oh boy, I'm their boss now.
Yeah. So that was a little difficult, that transition
sure.
period of it. But that was nice, just to get the experience, being like, yeah, I tell you what to do now. So after that, just went to shift lead. Primarily worked nights. Just because of high school, finished, school. And then after school, I actually opened up, which then it was a swing manager. And between shift lead and swing manager, you just had open availability.
Oh, okay.
So opened up my availability, did a lot of, night shifts, overnights. Sure. That was cool. Went from that to like a department lead. And when I went to department lead, I got to run guest services.
Okay, and guest services was primarily, because we've changed the structure,
Yes.
obviously. McDonald's likes to change things.
Yeah.
But guest services was mostly like hospitality and stuff, right? Like it was the service focus.
Yep. So OSAT voice, you got to lead that, update the voice board, really give those wow moments to the customers, and then share the experience through the crew members. A lot of the crew members, got their name recognition on.
Yeah.
Also back then it was, putting up all those POP, and we know digital has went a long way with our leaderboards.
Yes.
So, I had to update leaderboards and even the menu board. You remember those really small?
We both worked for McDonald's for a long time.
Yeah. You remember those
like the stickers and the...
So I had to update those weekly. So that was cool. Actually, I enjoyed it. Back then it was fun. I
get to update the... Yeah, it's just like a little extra task.
And you remember those buttons that you press in the back of the menu to get it to rotate?
Yeah, so we had... Cool. The one that I had was... they were completely manual.
Oh.
So you had to go outside and pull this little lever and rotate the menu board to breakfast, lunch, or late night.
Yep. We had that too. We just had the button that you would press,
and it would just
Nice. So I did that for a little bit. After that, I went into the kitchen department. Actually, became like a department lead too, and then obviously, learned food cost, learned a little bit about
just being a sponge, soaking up all this stuff.
Did truck orders,
Gotcha.
Just rearrange the stock room.
So I know we're going to get to where you are now, but what was going on in your head then? Like, what was something that was exciting? So we just talked about the menu board, but like, like what else was, like, as a new leader in a restaurant, going from shift lead to swing manager to department, what was the coolest thing?
I think just the empowerment, the empowerment within myself to be like, oh, wow, I'm really recognized. The company sees me in the light. So, I like to share the knowledge.
Yeah.
That was like my expertise, is just working through people.
Okay.
Like, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Did you think that when you were in those early leadership?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
I think that stuck with me throughout my whole McDonald's career.
Awesome.
When I was young, I I was always like, are they going to take me serious? Because I'm so young. But I just felt the empowerment. And I'm like, you know what? Let's lead with that.
Yeah. So, Brittany, you said, are they going to take me seriously? And I think that's awesome that you said that, because that, for one, shows some vulnerability. But two, that's called imposter syndrome. And so imposter syndrome is basically where you don't feel qualified to be in the role that you're in.
Right.
Like you're an imposter, like you're a fraud. Like, oh, I shouldn't be here. But almost you were thinking the opposite. Like, I know I need to be here. Will they take me seriously?
Right.
So it's a cool distinction. So obviously they took you seriously. So after department manager, what next?
After that, I started with the people department. We still had those roles at that time. So learning through people, learning scheduling, doing hiring, just really leading through, the managers, developing, just continuing the talent throughout the restaurant. Sure. And then assistant.
Nice.
Once you went through all them roles, you really became the assistant.
Assistant general manager.
Yep. Assistant general manager. At that time, it was called DM3.
Sure.
Obviously, we changed the title roles a lot.
Yeah, so just to kind of backtrack a second. So the guest service, kitchen, and people, those were the department managers in the restaurant. And then you had a first and a second assistant, depending on your restaurant size, and then the general manager.
Yep.
We've since then simplified it. We really only have one assistant manager now and one general manager.
Yep.
At least in our organization, right? But all those things, all those tasks and duties that were in those different departments have now just gone up to and out. We have scheduling team now. We have a food cost team, inventory team. Like we're kind of letting some of those other little tasks go so that the AGM and GM can focus on people.
Yep, people and operations.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that benefits us really well as an organization because it allows us to simplify working through our people.
Yeah.
Like it gives us time. A lot of that admin is outside, which is great. And, you still work on it throughout the restaurant.
Yeah. You're not completely off the hook.
No, not by any means.
No. It's still your results, right? So
right.
But it becomes a different conversation of like you getting the numbers and you counting and you doing all these things to, okay, I have the data. Now I just get to make decisions.
Yep.
And that's really cool because you have more time to do that, and then you can have more conversations. Like if your food cost is high and the inventory team's counting it, okay, cool. Let me have a conversation with my shift managers, my management team, to say, hey, let's control the cost on the floor.
Yep.
Right?
Gives you a lot of opportunity to have more action steps in place and communicate. Communication is big. Communication is heavy. And that's key to being able to, work through the scenarios as they come about, right?
Yeah.
Each month is different, whether it comes from, hiring or developing, there's a lot of different scenarios that you can actually work through your managers and your crew on.
And how do you think you were one of them at one point, but how do you think the managers feel when we give them those opportunities or have those conversations with them?
I think they feel empowered. The more empowerment and developing that you can do within the store is just going to benefit all of us. Just benefiting through the team to be able to see, oh, they do believe in me. They know that I can do this.
Yes, and I think that's you said it perfectly. Like we see what others don't in them, right? And that's kind of why Brittany just kind of mentioned our vision, right? Like to empower and develop our team to deliver world-class service on both sides of the counter.
Yep.
So that's great that you see the impact in that and carry that down to your teams.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're assistant general manager. I know we're bouncing all over the place, but bear with us. So assistant general manager, and then
after that, general manager.
Nice.
General manager, I've been, focused on general manager position for about going on 5 years now.
Okay.
So that was great. They actually, funny story, they actually called me on my vacation. Well, my GM at the time, she was like, hey, we're going to set up a call tomorrow. And I'm like, I'm on vacation. Like my anticipation was like, what's going on here? And then they offered me the position and I was like, oh, cool. So, been doing that for quite some time.
Nice. And then, and a lot of this was kind of with McDonald's, right? And now you've joined our team at Iron Arch and you stayed on as a general manager. And then what happened after that?
After that, I became a MGM or a senior general manager, which I had 2 locations. That was amazing. For the MGM role, I was able to learn a lot.
Okay, cool.
So learning a lot from the MGM role is just, kind of balancing on your people, right? Working through your assistant, making sure you can follow up through the team because, you're spread thin,
Yeah.
right?
You're responsible for 2 restaurants. Yeah.
You have a lot of time to focus with both of them and, develop them in a stronger leader. And I think it empowers them as well because, you have to put a lot of trust when you're not there. Right?
They're you when you're not there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, I loved the role. I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot of time management, balancing work-life balance, So I think the biggest takeaway that I had through it was, empowering them.
Yeah.
Like I know I say that a lot, but
it's ingrained
I love
in
it.
us.
Yeah. I really see the vision within them when I'm not in the restaurant, and when you empower and develop your team, they're just going to lead behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. And I think there's a lot of impact there, right?
Absolutely.
Like the empowering and developing is great, but it's really the impact that you're having as a leader,
Yep.
Which is going to then help them become leaders, like you just said, and then
Yep.
it's just going to keep trickling down. We've both been with McDonald's since we were 16. Like, that's the thing that happens,
Yep.
right? Like, McDonald's is awesome when it comes to really capturing. Did you think you were going to be at McDonald's this long?
No.
Like,
If you asked me when I was 16, I would have been like, oh, this is my summer job.
yeah, gas money, mall money, like that
Right.
was certainly what it was for me.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, how awesome and is it that we have an opportunity to not only impact other people, but
Yep.
create other leaders,
Exactly.
which is even cooler in my opinion. But
Yes.
awesome. And then now your newest venture, you are helping us open a restaurant.
Yes.
In the next 4 weeks.
Right.
5 weeks. I don't even know. The countdown is on, folks. We're opening a brand new restaurant at West Riverside in Rockford, right by that Walmart there, and it's almost done. We're getting there. So Brittany's going to help us open it, and she's going to be the general manager. And so, me and her actually right now are getting to work together on some hiring stuff and a bunch of other crazy details when it comes to opening a brand new restaurant. But how are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Feeling confident. There's a little nervous and
Sure.
That plays in system, but I love it. I love to get to connect with you, have new adventures within the company, and I'm excited.
Yeah, and it's okay to be nervous, right? Like, that is. I think there's a saying somewhere, I'm gonna botch it, but essentially it's like, if you're not nervous, you're not growing, or if you're not like, if you're not feeling that weight, then you're not learning and growing. So, and it's great that you learned some stuff as an MGM, as senior general manager, and now opening this restaurant. It's just another thing that you're learning, and that's awesome.
Another great opportunity.
So we've talked about your McDonald's journey. We've gone through all that stuff, and we've kind of talked a little bit about how it felt. What's your favorite part? But if you were to talk to a new shift leader, in the organization, what would be your piece of advice that you'd give them?
So my piece of advice that I would probably give a new leader is to lean through your team. Use your resources, your tools available. You're not alone. Like,
it's not all on you.
Yes.
Kind of thing.
And honestly, just relax to the point where you know that you have a team behind you. Right. Like, trust your team. They're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes.
Right.
Like, I make mistakes. We're
I
not
certainly
perfect.
do too.
Right. So, just use the resources available to you. If it's something that you want to learn, go for it. Empower yourself to reach out. If you're interested in food costs, then learn through it. Learn the truck orders, walk the restaurant, understand the sales. If it's people that you want to develop and you want to go into maybe the schedule team, work through them, right? Reach out. Look at the classes that we have available, like the classes that we offer. We offer a lot of classes, which, one thing that I was able to do at Riverside McDonald's is send people to those classes, right? Start new leadership, which was great. LDM class, and they were so empowered. Yeah. Just from the few days, and then like, wow, Brittany, like, this was a really great experience. Like, I really was able to take away from it. So,
what's one way that a new shift leader can work through their team, their crew trainers? Like, how can they make sure that they have that good team.
Right. I would say every shift have shift huddles, you know, because you're going to, most of the time, you know, we work different shifts as shift leaders. You know, there's different day parts and, you know, weekends are busy, right? So lean on your people.
Yeah.
Work through your team by like having shift huddles. You know, have a plan in place every single day so that the team understands that, hey, we know what we're doing today. We know what we're going to accomplish. And, you know, really have that open-end mentality.
Yeah.
That they can come to you with questions.
I like that. Open-ended mentality.
Yeah, like questions.
Yeah.
Like, you know, concerns. Anything that they feel like they would need. If they feel comfortable with you, they're going to like, oh,
yeah,
I want to be on that shit.
Yeah. And guys, we have tons of episodes about emotional intelligence, building trust, gaining connection, all this other fun stuff that we have available in our catalog of episodes. So if you're interested in what Brittany said, make sure you check out all of the other episodes that we have on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube.
Absolutely.
Thanks for that plug, Brittany. Awesome. Well, it was really great talking to you. Thanks for coming in today in the studio, and appreciate it. We'll have to have you on again, you know, once we open the restaurant, and have a good time. So appreciate it. Listen, learn, lead, guys. We'll see you next time.
Learn, lead.
Thanks for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We hope today's episode inspired fresh ideas for your leadership journey. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep learning with us as we continue to explore leadership in the QSR world. Until next time, take care and lead well.